starting. Okay.
I don't. Why? It still smells the same.
It's a blessing.
A blasting. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
The, Christmas Vacation. I forget what the uncle's name is. And they were at Thanksgiving. And he's trying to talk to his wife or the old aunt who's like senile. She can't hear anything, but she can hear like the squeaky noise of a squirrel. And he goes over to her and someone says, "Okay, time for the blessing." And she's like, "What?" And he's like, "The blessing." Right, Molly.
Right. I like that movie. I think it's called, it's with, what's that guy from, why can't I remember their names?
Okay, explain it to me.
Okay, so you know the movie Wedding Crashers?
Yeah.
What's the big guy's name?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, anyways.
Guy with the dark hair.
Yeah, that actor's in it, and also Reese Witherspoon is in it, and it's about...
Oh, they like pretend, like, think that they may be having a baby, but then they're not having a baby?
No, they have to, like, basically their whole relationship is void of their actual families, and then for one Christmas they
decided to go home.
Yeah, they wanted to go on vacation, but everything got canceled, so they actually had to go to each other's family, and then they're kind of dealing with stuff that they haven't really dealt with in a long time because they've been avoiding it, and then it shows like the downfall of their relationship and then how it gets built back up and all that other stuff. But it's really funny.
Yeah, I know. I've seen the movie. I think it's called Four Christmases or something.
Yep.
Is that it?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so what are we talking about today?
I was going to talk about, well, I mean, there's so many things. Like, I kind of want to almost dive into, like, Christianity.
Ooh.
Right?
Okay, I didn't know we were going this deep today. I thought we were just talking
about
we'll
go deep and then we'll go light. And yeah,
two topics.
Okay, so a few days ago, I found a video of I'm pretty sure, well, it was obviously Catholic. And like if you don't know, Catholicism along with Catholicism,
get it right.
No.
The Catholics will let you know.
Yeah, exactly. Along with like Lutheranism and whatever are parts and forms of Christianity. Now, I'm going to go as far as saying, like, do people, like, I don't call myself anything. I believe in a creator. I don't believe in a form of how you should believe in a creator or practice a way of life and how you believe in a creator. Ooh. I even would go as far as saying, do you think Jesus Christ would want there to be a whole religion dedicated to calling it Christianity? Do you think Jesus would want that? Do you think if Jesus was alive today and he'd be like, there's a whole fucking thing of people calling themselves Christians, and they have a monopoly on everything that's good? Like, oh, but that's Christianity. If it's bad, it's not Christianity. Get it right. You can't cherry pick your whole fucking thing.
Okay, the concept of Christianity is based on, like, the title of what a Christ is. Like, I'm going to say that it's like the God soul, I guess you could say, put into, through man. And that's why, the man of Jesus Christ, whether that man can be found or that idea can be found within all religions, people have put their own, ideas with it. But the original idea of Christianity is the idea of a Christ figure, that like the Christ consciousness or the Christ soul.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's why, like, I think Christians label themselves as Christians because they would like to.
That's the thing.
They look up to that, or they understand the allegory of what Jesus Christ did.
Yeah,
like a man,
that's
whether he's called Jesus Christ, but human, has done the right thing.
Yeah, but
on earth.
that's the thing.
Okay.
They would like that to happen. Do you think Jesus did what he would
Why
like
are you yelling
to
at me?
I'm not yelling.
You're talking right in my ear.
No, I'm making a point.
Okay,
I'm not yelling at you. You have a problem that you need to solve.
I have a problem with someone talking really loud right in my ear.
Okay, whatever. Again, do you think Jesus, if he was alive today, do you think he would do what he would have liked to do? No, he just did it. There didn't be, oh, I relate to this because it's what I like to do or what I think. No, you don't fucking do anything about it. You just do it. You do it because that's what you believe in. You don't say, oh, I'm a Christian because, like I said,
because you believe in the Christ.
No.
concept.
I would like to.
That's why they ask you.
I do.
Do you believe in Jesus Christ? It's more of like, do you believe in the Christ ideology?
Who is they? Like, why would they even care what I believed? Do you believe in Jesus? What if I didn't? What if I didn't believe in Jesus?
Going to hell.
Well, like I said, if Jesus was alive today, do you think he would like the fact that there's this whole group of people monopolizing over what he did? And calling and calling it something? No, he'd be like, what the fuck? This is not what I wanted.
So you have a problem with religious ideology.
Well, yes. Okay. And I'm sorry, but
like,
Christianity is one of them.
Okay, well,
Christianity and like even Islam or even I wouldn't like Buddhism is different. I'm gonna put that like if there is something I like, something I don't like, I'm gonna put that right in the middle because I don't know if you looked into Buddhism a little bit, but it's basically. It teaches a way of life, but the point is to not follow anything. The point is to just ascend. It's not to worship or be like anybody. Like they say it's called the Buddha because the Buddha, it's almost kind of the same as Christianity. It's a state, or what you said about Christianity. It's a state of consciousness. Yeah, it's an idea.
The state of mind.
Yeah.
The Christ mind.
People say that Jesus actually like lived and stuff like that.
Do you think?
And people are more concerned about that idea than like everything else. So there's good and bad,
than what he stood for. Just worried. Yeah, they're more worried about like proving who the man was, and instead of the idea that he was trying to, whoever Jesus. They named him Jesus, but in a lot of other religious stories, it's the same pattern.
Yeah, and not only that, but
it's the idea
Christianity is the way. It's the only way, because Jesus Christ in the Bible said so. That's the only way to live on this planet.
Okay,
there's no other thing
here from
it's from the Catholics. That's why.
Yeah, well, there is a lot of resentment on Earth about Catholicism. I mean, with all of the the Roman Catholic.
Well, all roads lead to Rome, right? If we're gonna look at the origin of all the fucked up shit going on, I mean, other than the Masons.
Hey,
what?
I'm keeping it.
I'm keeping it real.
All right. Well, where are we posting this? Face.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where I post it.
All right. Well, then you're just gonna have whoever
all roads lead to
kids
Rome.
Watching this are just gonna start cussing and swearing because the
all
Taylor
roads lead to Rome. Well, first of all, my question is, okay, here's a problem that I have.
Okay, keep it to the two topics, please.
What? Religion and coronavirus?
Yeah.
They kind of go a little bit in hand.
I want to go for a walk.
All right. All roads lead to Rome. So, if we're going to look at the systems that we're functioning in here, in like how they're good and how they're also messed up, we literally can just look at all the other empires prior to this and be like, oh, it's just the same fucking patterns that keep playing over and over in history because people don't want to think. People don't want to think. They don't want to think, and this is where I don't get angry with somebody that is I don't get angry when somebody is fat or if they're sick or if whatever. I get angry because I get angry when people don't even try to think about why they got that way, how they got that way, or if they're in a state of sickness, how did they get there? Like, what led to that?
The root cause and effect. You can guarantee that in life.
Yeah.
Cause and effect. That is a law, and I remember that in physical science, Mr. Cooper's class.
Yeah, it's a natural law. It's, I think it's the law of correspondence.
No, it's law of cause and effect. That's what I remember.
Oh.
I mean, it could have been correspondence, too.
Correspondence and the law of cause and effect, they're either one and the same or they are two different laws, but they're similar. Either way, it's a law of the universe. And when people, I don't understand how you can actually negate the law, like a law of the universe. Because you're just going to be like, you're going to go to the doctor and then, yeah, some doctors are okay and they know what they're talking about, like the one that you talked about today. But even then, when you're cultivating a conversation with that doctor, you have to have a certain awareness of your own environment, what's going on in your body, because that's your responsibility. You are responsible for how you think, how you feel, and how you present yourself to the world. I know that's maybe that's a little like leveling up for some people, or even like, oh yeah, no, I know what she's talking about, or even like, oh, I shouldn't be concerned about what other people think, and you really shouldn't if you are thinking correctly. Like I try and ask sometimes. I'm like, okay, I wonder how I present myself to people, or I wonder how.
I'll be happy to tell you.
Yes, I wonder how am I being heard properly? Yeah, do I have to take it down? Like, how am I expressing myself that's not negating myself, but also trying to be clear about who I am and what I'm trying to say, or what
I'm being considerate.
Yeah, and being considerate. Being considerate of yourself and others.
Another topic. Okay, so what is your point here? I want to move
My
along.
point is, I was in Commie Mart today, aka Walmart.
Hey, you stole that phrase from me.
I did.
It's true, guys. It's true.
I was in Commie Mart today, and I wanted to get, I just look at other people, and I'm like, Jesus.
What?
As in calling Jesus to help the situation.
Okay.
I'm like, because when you walk into a place and I don't know if anybody else knows this, but I want to know about what's going on. I want to know, okay, this is clearly chaotic here. And you can kind of tell who's aware and who's just in their zombie zone. I look around. I look at, and
so do I.
But we talked about this the other day where you said that you look at people's mouths. I look at people in the eyes, whether they have a mask on or not.
You didn't say if they're wearing a mask or not.
Oh, you meant on the TV. Even on TV, I'm like, okay, what are they lying or not?
In general, usually if people are talking, I'll look at their mouth first because that is moving. It's I'm like, I got raptor vision. Whatever's moving, I'm like, I look at it. So, but yeah, if it's mask, oh yeah, I'll look at obviously I'm going to look at their eyes.
Well, you have to.
Yeah. Or I kind of just, if they're away, I just look at their whole form.
I look straight at the eyes. And I know that is,
oh yeah,
that's intimidating to some people, but it's a protective mechanism for me. And it's a protective mechanism.
Who's aware?
Yeah, and it's a protective mechanism for the other person because then we're clear. We're like, oh,
hey,
you good?
I'm on your level.
I'm good.
Yeah, and it's mostly I know exactly what you mean because I have done the same thing in safe way or unsafe way.
Yeah.
Because I will yeah, I'll look at people, and if they, you know, are looking at me, if they look at me longer than, you know, like the eye contact is longer than like a second, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're actually aware and they can hold a gaze.
And you can communicate with your eyes.
That's like, wow, they're not like fluttery all over the place.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I think as much as I don't like the fact that people are wearing masks or bandanas like myself sometimes, I am also like, it's forcing some people to wake up as well, because even if they're in a state of like panic and frantic and they're a little neurotic, it's making them deal with reality, because you can't, it's limiting us, like, as much as I fucking hate this, it is limiting communication.
Yeah,
it's limiting freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
You have a physical expression.
Yeah.
That's freedom of expression.
And freedom of press, which is included to freedom of information, which
Yeah.
goes into all your natural rights and freedoms. The Constitution of the United States and the Declaration of Independence was based off of natural rights and natural liberties and freedoms. And there is a difference between freedoms and liberties, and we still have all of those freedoms, liberties, and rights. Those are all given to us by the Creator by being born on this planet. They're not given to you by the government.
Or state.
Or by your parents, believe it or not.
Or by the governor, who commie governor.
They're given
Inslee.
to you because you're a human being.
Now, we've all collectively agreed that we need to cover ourselves. But this should never be covered. I mean, unless you want to.
Even this. Your heart. Not my boobs. Your heart. I mean, I don't really care if boobies are flopping around.
Well,
Whatever.
We've collectively agreed that we can do that, and we can dress it up and stuff like that. But either way, that's man's law. That's not natural law. That's not like inherited by the Creator. We are all born naked. We don't really we don't have, you know, shame like that. Shame and anything about it until society tells us we need to be.
Until people, I feel bad for kids. I feel bad for kids because
going through this,
thinking
just
that
going
through
normal.
life. Like, I'm looking at myself, and even as a child, this was not implemented, and I don't blame my parents, because whatever. Love you, Mom and Dad, but it was never shown. Even just shown. It was never explained or taught or even put into my reality for me to look at. It wasn't even necessary that you had to implement it in, because I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have received it in anyways. It's just being aware.
You're still talking about wearing a mask when you're young?
No, just your natural rights and the freedom of choice, the freedom of expression, the freedom of hey, you have rights. You have, just as a human being, you matter. As a child, children are not given rights. And I mean, you can kind of go on the line of their brains aren't even fully developed. That's true, but they still have rights as a human being, even if they can't say it or express it. They do parents so here's the thing where I think in the stream of consciousness and souls, when a baby is born, that baby is not asked to get a picture taken of it and then put it on Facebook so that all the marketing fucking people can be like, oh, another person that we can market in the future. Let's follow it its entire fucking life. And then, when they get older, they don't even, kids nowadays, they won't even understand anymore that not having Facebook or social media in their reality is normal, is a normal state. Yeah, they won't even have it as an option. So I have resentment and I have anger towards the generation prior to us, because there is no consideration for the just like in there was no thought, there was no presence, there was no consideration for the children growing up into what they had to deal
Yeah,
with.
but
And that's how it is
okay.
now too. I don't even know what like
You're okay. Can we just unpack this? You're angry about people.
because they're not considerate of other
Just wait. And that's, I'm just saying this because we have family members that post about their kids all the time.
Yeah.
They don't understand that, like, Facebook is pretty much run by a Nazi ideology and censorship, and they sold our information pretty much.
I'm not mad that they don't know.
But I'm just saying, like, people are sharing with their groups of family pictures of their kids. There's nothing wrong with that. On social media platform, like, my stuff is private. Like, who I let on my page, I have control over that. It's not public. Well, I mean, so I'm told.
How do you think Facebook makes its money?
Well, who allows, like, as a friend?
Facebook has
Only friends can see.
sold people's data.
Yes, I understand that now.
And
but
what they do and all of their like what they look for, like what they search for. That's why Facebook is because it's so big and because it has so much like it has cultivated so much social engineering and social like dichotomy or everything.
Well, that's a big word for you, sis.
I don't even know if that's the right word to use.
I was gonna say like social money or the
Well,
like social
just bullshit.
energy.
It's just Facebook is the place to go and connect now. It wasn't like, and you know, we grew up with it because I remember like somebody saying, you need to get a Facebook account. I think I was in senior year when I got my Facebook account. That was when I got it.
That was 2009.
Yeah. And
I wasn't like I didn't realize the repercussions, 10 years later.
Yeah, I was like, oh, apparently this is maybe it'll help me with university or whatever. Now that you can find jobs on there, now you can find like it's fucking weird. My problem is that
now the corporations have all of our information.
Now the corporations have all of their information, and
because we were stupid.
No, not because we were stupid, but the
no.
people that were prior to us who were aware of this either couldn't do anything or chose not to do anything, and just chose to be like they chose to not think for themselves. It really is that simple, and it's not like I'm sure some, like, I'll say, like, some of our older family members or some of the older generation be like, well, I don't know how to work this technology. Just have my son or daughter do it. Wow. Okay, so basically that type of thinking is like, okay, let's have kids that solve all of our problems. Have marriage problems? Have a kid. Have car problems? Have a kid. Hey, you need to get money from the government? Have a kid.
Do you need
What?
Do you need emotional support? Have a kid.
Yeah. Do you hate your life? Are you unhappy? Have a kid. That might make it better. Now I'm living through my kid. And I'm living life through their life.
Now I have emotional support.
Now I have everything. Because it's my kid. Everything is my kid. Not even considering where the kid is fucking coming from. Well, I've made a video about this already. I get so pissed because it's bullshit.
Okay, well, I mean, here let's take a minute and be thankful for what we have, so we're not so angry, okay? Because we have it pretty good compared to other people in the world.
That's a judgment.
No, it's a comparison.
What do you think comparisons are? You're judging situations.
Either way, you're sitting here.
Everybody has their shit. Am I not allowed to complain about it?
Sitting here drinking tequila and lime at a dining room table.
Like a shot of tequila, and that's it. And I had all of my nutrients. I
Okay, you don't need to explain to me. I'm just saying, like, just like, take it down. I know you're angry, but
it's not just me that's angry. I'm speaking for a group of people. I like to think so. I feel so. And if I'm not, well, I'm sorry. But I think there's a voice that needs to be heard, and it's not just mine. It's
okay. Yes, but let's keep this video. We're already at a half hour.
25 minutes.
People are not going to watch this long
I'm
to
sorry.
even
What did
hear
you,
the
what
message.
Did,
We're going to talk
to
about
say?
coronavirus too.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to say that I just got back with a client going to a neurologist doctor, and she specifically said to me, I just try to keep it a little upbeat because I know we're getting a lot of mixed information, but she said take vitamin D because it helps the immune system with the coronavirus, and as well as many other flus as well. And all together, especially people in the PNW and the Northwest. We're very vitamin D deficient. Okay, take your vitamin D. Okay. That's all I had to say.
So basically, vitamin D
Helps your immune system.
Well,
keeps your immune system healthy.
because it reacts or it helps. I'm just gonna go into like a systems here. Basically, people don't understand like we're all nutrient deficient. That is the only reason why coronavirus is happening right now, and the reason why we're nutrient
Because our immune, because our immune systems are not
capable of are overwhelmed.
Well, no.
They're overwhelmed.
Yeah, the people who are getting sick, they're
Yeah.
overwhelmed.
Like coronavirus existed it's existed in many forms how many years ago?
Coronavirus has existed in animals and it's been around a long time. The COVID-19 or SARS 2 or whatever, that's new. Now whether that was genetically engineered or not, or whether it mutated on its own, we are not sure.
I honestly think it's a subconscious thing of both.
Like of the earth, of nature.
It's a subconscious
reaction.
It's a subconscious growth of the human species.
Okay, well, so nature decided to release it at this time for a specific reason, or
well, yeah,
just
there's
naturally it
reasons
happened.
and purposes for
Okay,
everything.
anyways, we don't know, but
we're all nutrient deficient, and basically, essential minerals and vitamins every day.
And the cause and effect is because of all of the new inventions of food products and the not natural state of farming.
There's no minerals in the soil. There's also much social economic activity going on. It's stressing everybody out. It's making everybody hormonally imbalanced, and we're all just parasiticing and vampiring energy off of each other because off of the earth because we're all imbalanced with the natural cycles of the planet. If we were actually all in tune and alignment with our bodies, our soul, and our mind, and our hearts, we would be in a completely different environment here on the planet because we'd be happy, we'd be at peace. And we have disconnected ourselves from nature, from the moon, because I'm going to say the moon really helps regulate a lot of the pain that's happening here, the pain and suffering.
You can't prove it.
It's all water.
You can't prove it scientifically, but from experience,
I can try.
Okay, from experience of my 29 years of this life, the moon does have an effect because just from me working at a nursing home and just things that happen on a full moon.
The moon moves the tides in the ocean. We are 68 to 76% water, if I'm correct. Don't you think that has some sort of either gravitational or electromagnetic pull? Because if it can move the tides, it's moving, it's also it's moving gravitational as well. So it's making this kind of movement of the tides. So there's a rhythm and there's a flow. And just because, you aren't aware of that doesn't mean it's not taking place. So I always go to the point of, okay, there's the gravitational part which moves the water, But then it goes into energy, electromagnetic energy. Again, remember, our hearts are electromagnetic. We have an electromagnetic field. Our hearts produce this around us. We have blood, we have liquid, we have water. We're water.
Okay.
Again,
Sorry,
and then you can go into like the different, I don't know, ion.
Okay,
like
what are you
negative
trying
charge.
to say? Get to the point, as you always say to me.
My point is, start looking at the origins of why things are the way that they are.
Okay, so cause and effect. Oh, there's always a cause to the effect.
Why is this happening in my reality?
Get to the root of the issue.
Also, question us. Question whether we're right or not. Are these people right?
So what is a right?
Excuse me.
Thank you for burping that way.
Question whether our thinking. Question your own thinking. Question our thinking. Research for yourself. So what is a right, you said?
Yeah, let's put down a right. A right is an action that does not cause harm to another human being. I have a right to talk to you. Is that harming you? No. I have a right to express myself. Just expressing myself. My physical expression as Lindy Preach. That is a right I have as a human. A wrong is an action that does cause harm to another human being. I just hit her. For what reason? That was wrong. Only to harm.
Actually, you did that to make a point, and that's the only reason why I didn't react appropriately.
And
like,
that comes to the second right, self-defense. You do have a
Exactly.
right to defend yourself because of who you were created to be.
Yeah, and it's also like setting proper boundaries as well.
Yes.
Physical and emotional.
All right, can
and
we
mental.
wrap it up here?
Okay.
Thank whoever gets to the end of this video, you get 5 stars.
Yeah, 5 stars.
Got
plus.
a lot of emotional anger and
Welcome. Join the club.
dis-
You're not alone.
discussions.
You're not alone. You're not isolated. We're just here.
living,
Living.
taking our vitamin D.
Yeah, trying to be as nutritionally healthy as possible. All right. Have a good day.
Stay healthy, keep your immune systems up. Wear a mask when you feel you need to. Okay.
And the revolution is coming.
wait,
already
wait,
here.
I just want to say there was something that I found the other day. Oh. From the website, thehealthyamerican.org, they said this. There is no statutory law that mandates masks. You are not required to wear a mask unless you are comfortable doing so. No business can discriminate against your entry if you cannot wear a mask. Call the sheriff if you are harassed or intimidated. Only a doctor can recommend you to wear a mask, not a store, not the government. If you feel it's healthier for you to...
I would even go as to say, like, what doctor can mandate you to wear a mask? That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Because you should be in charge of your own health and your own
Yeah.
body.
Nobody
and if you
knows
don't
what's-
know that, then why are you giving your power
No
away?
one else knows what's best for you except for you. You.
Because-
Who lives in this body.
Yeah, because each moment changes and only you know what happens in each moment. Each
Yeah.
moment is a progression or a degression of what's happening in your body, and again, only you know that. And if you are not on top of that, I suggest that you
Start getting
thinking
self-aware.
and becoming self-aware and cultivating those great, healthy, abundant thoughts.
I don't know
and
who
energies.
we're talking to, but
I don't
whoever
know either.
listens to this needs to hear it.
I'm talking to my future self. All right, have a good day.
Bye, everyone.
You do it.
Bye.